What's up, everybody? It's White Boy Lockdown Radio. I'm jumping on here real fast, man. I just wanted to touch on something real fast, man. I don't know who listens to hip hop or who doesn't, who follows the channel. Whatever you listen to, it's your prerogative, man. It's your right. I used to listen to a lot of hip hop. You know, Today's hip hop, it sucks. I used to listen to a lot of hip hop. I remember when remember when Mike Tyson used to come out. He used to come out listening to DMX, man. He looked like a straight killer, man. Back in the day, I liked Juicy J. I liked the Ghetto Boys, and I liked a Miami group, Two Live Crew. That's how long I've been around the block. Just like the prison videos, just like the prison genre. Hey, I'm a little older than these other wannabe black guys, but hey, man, listen, I've been around the block. I got a little experience. Look, even in music, I'm going way back with it. But the point is this, I listen to Joe Rogan a lot. His podcast, I like it. He's open minded. You know what I mean? You gotta have open mindedness in this world nowadays. At least a little bit of it, or willing to listen to all types of people. But point of the matter is, he had the guy from the Ghetto Boys on, and they were speaking of censorship. They were speaking of back when they tried to silence, and they tried to control and shoo away, if you will, the Ghetto Boys. A lot of people don't remember they also did this in here in Florida. I was real young when this happened, but Two Live Crew was down there in Miami and Fort Lauderdale, and they would automatically cancel their concerts, and they would censor, and try to shut them up. And what you see it a lot today. Big tech is starting to say you can't say certain things and this and that. Censorship around the board is bad for everybody. This is the United States of America. It is your right to say whatever the fuck you want. I mean, literally, this country right here, you could literally walk up to a police officer. This is, seriously, you can do this. I wouldn't advise it, but you can say, hey, excuse me, officer. Hey, officer, no, excuse me. Hey, I just want to tell you to go fuck yourself, fuck your mother, and fuck everything you love. Hey, you can do that if you want. But who is anybody to say that you can't say that or anything that you want? Nobody can, and nobody should. So censorship is an ugly thing. But I see a lot of people getting sketched out. I see a lot of people, shitting a brick, and I see a lot of people a little iffy with this whole thing because it's new. Like I said, I've been around the block. Two Live Crew and the Ghetto Boys, man, they bounced up all around that thing and they got up out of it. And hip hop actually overcame it and prevailed and benefited from it. It's amazing that people don't understand the left was behind trying to censor these people. Yes, that's right, the left. I'm talking over 20 years ago, people. Over 20 years ago, we were having Senate meetings or Congress, whatever it was. I believe it was Al Gore, or his wife, or you gotta fact check me on whose wife it was, but there was like a little committee, if you will, and they were literally having hearings about music, okay? And it was directed directly towards rap, that's why today when you buy a CD or a DVD, you'll see in the right-hand corner it's gonna say, made for children or 17 or rated R, all that, and then it has like explicit language, sexually content, or whatever it is. Okay, but it's 2020 now, and you see a little bit of the censorship with certain stories in the media, like the Hunter Biden thing or this and that, and they're censoring it. But if because there's an election year and this and that. But what's crazy is in 2020 we have all heard about our whiteness and everyone is woke and this white guilt, and we have heard all this nonsense about how messed up the United States has been, how racist it has been. We continually have to hear it getting pounded in the back of our head. It amazes me that in 20 plus years ago, we had politicians, literally meetings, hearings, whatever have you, and nothing was brought up. We did not talk about how racist the United States was in these meetings and these hearings. Yet we were talking about lyrics. Why didn't we bring it up? Because it's an election year. It's a card they play, and we all know it. Personally, my thoughts are, you don't like it here? Get the fuck out. Listen, hey, look. Get out. You want a real quick immigration law, or you want a real quick foreign boundary? Well, here you go. Here's one for you. For all the commies over here that don't like it, we'll throw. You go over here to Cuba where there's communism, and we'll take one Cuba over here. It's a trade-off. Hey, look, don't let me go to office. But listen, man, rap music benefited from it. They groups like NWA spurted out and literally profited behind this whole censorship stuff and made and sung stories about it. You know what I mean? So that's all I want to say. Communism always is never, it always has failed. Okay? History always repeats itself. This is a fact. Fact check me. Quick thing about a fact check for those that don't know. Candace Owens just happens to be suing the Facebook fact checkers. They're owned by CNN. For those who don't know this, CNN has been broken. Project Veritas has all the way. They're releasing every single day recordings of the CEO, the CFO, and how corrupt it is. So when he said that they're fake news, he literally was telling you the truth. And now there's receipts with it. Okay? But, history will repeat itself. History will definitely repeat itself. The same soccer mom that's on the Twitter, that's on Paro, that's on Facebook. She's got neon blue or pink hair. She's got a degree in gender studies. She's very upset about statues. She's very upset about Abraham Lincoln School. She wants the name changed. She's very upset about the Cleveland Indians or the Washington Redskins name. That woman. That is it's these people on social media that I believe are creating big time war. You know what I mean? People say left, people say right. People want to get engaged and go to war on Twitter or have these political debates online, social media. You know what I mean? It's nuts. Instead of educating themselves, and in my eyes, I think we're getting laughed at from countries, man. I said it before. I think countries are looking at us and they're laughing. Because we're bumping heads ourselves. We have to start. You have to educate yourself, man. You have to know what's going on. For sure. You know what I mean? In prison, you'll see a lot of books going around. You'll see a lot of history books. You'll see a lot of psychology books. And you'll see a lot of Illuminati, conspiracy, but more so Illuminati things. A lot of people don't understand this, but the Illuminati is a big thing in prison. A lot of people believe it. I don't. It's common sense. You have these books that are saying Jay-Z has sold his soul. No, he hasn't. He hasn't sold his soul to the Illuminati. To the left he has, absolutely, and and Hollywood in general, but that whole Illuminati thing, that is just Democrat ran and funded things. It's common sense, okay? You have to open up and see these things. This is why you don't have right-wing celebrities and stuff. This is where cancel culture comes into play. You know what I mean? Whenever you do have somebody sticking up, they get hammered down. Look at it's in sports, LeBron, all that. Look at Herschel Walker. He's as right-wing as it gets. They try to cancel him. He's laughing, and they'll bury you, if that's the way that you make your money. You know what I mean? So that Illuminati thing is a joke. History always will repeat itself. Speaking of history and speaking of, this political thing, again with the books in prison, you'll see a lot of history books. You'll see a lot of guys that read about Malcolm X. He's big with the brothers. Personally, I don't like him. I don't like. I'm not saying I don't like what he tried to do for his people. Hey, look, I'm a proud white dude. I'm pro-white. Malcolm X, he's the other way around. There's nothing wrong with that. People don't understand though what some of his philosophy. There have been gangs created behind it. Now I'm not saying that's what Malcolm X was trying to do, but trust me, he's a very popular figure in prison. But even himself said, white liberals, white. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he said something in the lines of white liberals were, a chameleon. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna drop a link, man, of Malcolm X saying that. But you know what I mean? And it amazes me, man. History will always repeat itself. The same lady, the same soccer mom, who she's drawn BLM. She's literally drawn Black Lives Matter, or she's buying the shirt for her kid and sending him off to school. That same liberal soccer mom who's on Twitter beefing with whoever and everybody. The same liberal soccer mom with the pink hair is on the phone with her kids' principals asking for transgender programs and to incorporate Black Lives Matter programs in the school. That same soccer mom that is, at the grocery store, saying how racist Goya is. The same soccer mom that, is emailing Herschel Walker's agent and 50 Cent calling him racist. This is a big problem. But instead, we keep seeing left and right. You know what I mean? We got to be educated, man. One thing that same soccer mom, and when I say the soccer mom with the transgender degrees, with the blue and the pink and the purple hair, whatever, it's all one group I'm talking about. These liberals, these far liberal weirdo people. Socialism has never, ever, ever been done right. No matter what format or when in history, it's never been done right. History always repeats itself, people. Let's educate ourselves, man. Hit that weight yard, hit that gym, do them push-ups, read them books. That's what it's about, man. Until the next one, I'm out. Stay safe, and educate yourself.